Hi, so you just did a procedure about 20 minutes ago, and how are you feeling?
Good. Normal. Back to myself, yes.
Like you're going to leave here and go to work, you said?
Yes, back to work.
You know, we had an interesting experience because initially you thought you wanted to do the pill.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we talked you through the pill, how to take the pill.
Yes.
And then I came in and you were crying,
Yes.
and you were overwhelmed by the idea of taking it.
Yes.
And tell me what happened. And
I didn't like the idea of having to take painkillers and possibly being woozy when I had to care for my children in the middle of the night. So that's what freaked me out.
Uh-huh.
Doing it alone.
Yeah, and your husband was out of town,
Yes.
and you were afraid because your mother
Yes.
and mother-in-law might be
Right. I
need to
didn't
be
want anyone to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then I said, well, why don't we just do the procedure?
And I said, what's that?
So we talked it through, and you thought the SofTouch procedure would, had advantages in that you could just get it done.
Yes.
And you wouldn't have to go through this at home with your kids.
Right.
And so you said, okay, let's just do that.
Let's do it, yes.
And then, so how did it go?
Great. Seamless. It was perfect. It was all done. I'm on my way. I could take aspirin if I want. I don't even have to. So I'm happy.
So initially, I just wanted to ask you, because you seemed very clear you wanted the pill.
Yes.
You were very, very clear.
Yes.
So what made you think that that's what you wanted to do? What, did you read something, or you heard something, or?
I had an old-fashioned termination 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That involved like being knocked out, being unconscious. That was not an option. And since then, I never needed to worry about this because my husband and I thought we could control getting pregnant. So it was never an issue. So between 20 years ago and now, I had no need to know about terminating a pregnancy.
Uh-huh.
Although I heard that there was a pill. So for me, because the old-fashioned way wasn't an option, I thought the pill was the only other option.
I see.
So I started getting suspicious Sunday, took a stick test, found out I was, and then started Googling right away to deal with it Monday because we both were on the same page. So all I knew to do was Google abortion pill and how to get it. I thought that you could get it from your regular doctor. That's not true. So
So you didn't actually do a lot of research on how to take it or anything. Nothing. You just looked for where to find it
and
then
how to get it done immediately and go on.
I think it's it's a common thing that women think taking the pill is a little bit easier than it is, because when you actually go through what's involved, it is pretty involved. I mean, I'm a supporter of the pill. I prescribe it. I do it. I was one of the original researchers of it, so I'm very comfortable with it. And you were certainly in the right range to do it. You were very, very early, so I think it would have gone well for you. But to me, it is anxiety provoking.
Yes.
Because you are going home and you don't know what to expect, and especially your situation where your partner's not home, your husband's not home, you've got kids at home.
Yes.
You don't know how it's going to go.
Right.
And it's just a hard thing to go through if you don't have the support to do it.
Right.
So I think you made the right choice.
I did. Yes.
All right. Well, just thanks for taking him. And I just thought it would be helpful, for other women in this situation to think about, thinking through the pill versus the procedure, especially because a lot of women don't understand the differences with this procedure and a surgical procedure, that it's pretty straightforward.
Right.
It really took a couple minutes, correct?
It did. It was so fast.
And how was the pain?
It was tolerable. It was a little cramping on and off. It wasn't constant.
And you wouldn't think that you would need to be put to sleep for this procedure?
No, not at all.
Okay,
and
good.
I have I cannot tolerate pain.
If you can handle it, anyone can handle it.
Yes.
I'm glad this worked out,
Me
and
too.
it seems clear that this was the right choice for you.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks for taking the minute to do this.